some of the new JEPs like compact source files and module import declarations aim to simplify the Java experience for new developers. Do you think these changes are enough to attract fresh talent into the Java ecosystem, or is there more the community and vendors like Azul need to do to make Java more approachable?
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly some useful work that the OpenJDK developers have done, and I support the idea. But for me personally, it's not the most important thing. As I said, we have this Project Amber. Project Amber is all about improving the Java language, and that really makes a big difference to people who are, skilled developers, people who have a lot of experience there. Now, when we talk about like people approaching the language from new, so if you talk about students and people who haven't programmed in Java before, then yes, when you write your very first program, there is a lot of what they describe as ceremony involved in it, or a lot of boilerplate code. So you have to create a class, you have to create a main method, which is, then defined as public static void main. You pass in some parameters which you don't use. And there's a lot of extra code, which looks very complicated when you write that first program that says hello world. And what they've done in terms of the idea behind the changes to the language is to simplify that. So as you said, we do have compact source files. We do have the idea of, basically implicit classes and things like that, which is great. So when you want to write your very first program and do hello world, it's much easier. However, once you go beyond that and you want to write anything that's actually like a real world application, then you still have to understand all the concepts of object-oriented programming. You still have to get the idea of encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. So whilst it helps with that very first application, it sort of doesn't really make a huge difference once you go beyond that. So it might have help in terms of the appeal for that very first application, but I think things like Project Amber, where we're making more changes to the language to simplify some of the tasks that people have on a regular basis, and some of the libraries that are being added as well, I think those are much more valuable from the idea of making Java more appealing to a wider range of developers and making them more productive.